Right, we're bringing the latest now on a developing story. Gauteng Education MEC Panyaza Lesufi is making his way to a school in Finetown, south of Johannesburg, where a school principal has been shot dead on school grounds. Newsroom Africa's Zikhona Tshona is there. Zikhona, very good morning to you. Really tragic way to begin the morning. Exactly what is happening there?
Well, Paul, the story is still developing behind us. Behind the school gates, rather, forensic experts are still on the scene as well as the police. We understand that Gauteng Education MEC Panyaza Lesufi is making his way here, but people have started rounding up around the school, many of them seemingly very shocked about what transpired here. Neighbors able to describe that all they were able to hear were gunshots coming from the school, really fearful to give more details as to exactly what happened here. We have been trying to get a word from them since we arrived here, but many saying they can only describe what they heard from where they are, saying that all they heard were gunshots. I'm going to try and turn to one of the people who are here. Come, Sisi. Sisi, utwena uvendoni apha namhla kwenzeke ntoni apha kusasa?
Thina besingalanga phandle la sawuzusibhamu masuzusibhamu sangena phakathi esikolweni masingena phakathi esikolweni sabheka emotweni sathola uprincipal ulele uweso
aba bantu anibonanga abantu abangena esikolweni yintoni eniyibonileyo before uprincipal adutyulwe?
asibonanga next asimbonanga lo muntu.
Uthi wena nibalekile nayo ngena esikolweni kwenzeka ntoni emveni koko?
Thina singenile phakathi esikolweni sayobheka uprincipal sakhala sathi yo uprincipal bamdubulile.
Unjani ngoku?
Ngithukile.
Uyaqala ubona into enjena isenzeka apha kwesi sikolo okanye kule area?
Ngiyaqala ukuyibona.
The neighbor there really describing that she didn't see anyone coming into the school that fired the gunshots, saying that they heard gunshots and then they ran onto the school premises and found the principal lying on the ground, also explaining that she cried after seeing the principal lying on the ground. So as we've mentioned, this is a developing story, so we continue to monitor. But Steve Mabona from the Gauteng Education Department is on the scene. I'm not sure if he's ready to speak to us as yet, just that we can get more details as to what happened. Steve, what have you heard from the people on the ground? What do they say happened?
Look, we just arrived, so still waiting for the MEC to arrive so that we can get a full brief. But the initial one that we got is that the people who came randomly after the gate was open and they waited for the car to park, and then they stormed the premises and they started shooting. So that's the gist that we have now. We're still going to have more detail on what transpired really.
Thank you very much. That's Steve Mabona from the Gauteng Education Department. So, as I've mentioned a little earlier, forensic experts still on the scene, and that car that Steve was talking about is that one there where you can see the back window of it absolutely shattered. So the school gates have been closed off for now while we wait for the Education MEC to make his way here and certainly try to get more details around what happened here. Very tragic. It happened very early in the morning. We're not sure yet if there were kids on the ground when this happened, but it did happen on the school grounds. And when the Education MEC does get here, we'll certainly get more details around what transpired and what are the plans from the department side and how they plan to ensure that this kind of thing certainly does not happen again.